Hey Starseeds, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be doing the Sagittarius New Moon Solar Eclipse reading, specifically for Starseeds. I did a separate general energy reading if you want to check that out, but this is specifically for Starseeds because I feel like the energy is going to affect them just ever so slightly differently. And, you know, all in all with this new moon, lots of changes are going to be coming. And we're going to need to be flexible with those changes. Let's see. This happened in the last reading too. No. Okay, hold on. No, that was my clumsy hands. Ooh. Okay. So, sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. Yeah, so with the solar eclipse too, lots of energy coming in, lots of emotional balance, lots of new starts. And so, yeah, and there's really going to be a balance of spirituality and practicality. I think for a lot of us starseeds, we're kind of tired of 3D type things, if you know what I mean, jobs, activities, ways of thinking. And so I think what we're really going to be doing is coming into a balance of bringing our spiritual selves out and forward a little bit more, but still trying to be practical. So I think there's really a big balance coming there. Prosperity lies ahead. Yes, it absolutely does. We'll come back and clarify these a little bit more. You are good enough. Yeah, confidence keeps coming out in all the readings I've been doing here over the last couple days. It's really a big theme right now. Sorry, my cords are kind of falling all over the place. And then conclusions are within reach. So what they want me to do, really? Okay. All right, we're going to go in and see. All right. All right, well, let's do it. This isn't usually how they want me to pull these, but I'm mixing it up. Oh, all right. That card keeps coming up left and right too. Okay, so yeah, so there have been a lot of emotional challenges for Starseeds. I think really for everybody, to be honest, but there's really going to be a resolve to these challenges. And I think it's really going to be because of this balance that we talked about here with spirituality and practicality. This came up in a reading a couple weeks ago, and I think there's going to be this end to fearing saying things like, I am a starseed, and explaining what that means. It's no longer going to be like, you're going to say it and wonder and worry what people think. We're going to be getting to a place where it's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. This is who I am. This is my nature, because it really, as you guys all know, really drives how you behave on a daily basis. And this is really going to come into balance, and that feeling of having to hide it, which I feel is quite emotional, to have to hide your true nature and to feel like people just can't accept it or won't accept it, that's going to be resolving itself. So I think that's a wonderful thing. I think it'll be very nice to be able to just be like, yo, guess what? And not care what people think, because I get some weird faces about it sometimes. I don't know about the rest of you guys. So interesting here. So this first card, we had the prosperity lies ahead, and then this came out right underneath of it. And so we definitely have two similar creatures here. I think this is more of a bull, but they both have horns. And this one is saying, lead the way, light your own path. So what they're saying here is that you could be prosperous, but don't rely on anybody to tell you what the path is. You're powerful enough, see how there's a star up there. Tap into your intuition, tap into your crown chakra, connect with your higher self, and lead your own way down the path that you see as fit. You know, no more of this, well, this is what the third dimension expects of me, so this is what I'm going to do. No. It's going to be more about living in tune with our true selves and not, I'm just going to do this to fit in with the status quo. And, you know, here's what the rest of the 3D humans do, so this is what I'm going to do to fit in. No more. You're good enough. I mean, it's interesting how these are flowing. And yeah, you've kind of been, we've all been, I feel like, hiding in the shadow in the back. And it's interesting, you know, there's, I don't know if you can see in this picture, number one, there's a lot of animal, there's like a bird, there's a cat down here at the bottom, a couple of birds. And so first thing is, if you're getting any animal symbols, look those up. Those are meaningful. I often have animals coming to me in my dreams, or I see, like I live in Phoenix, which is not tropical by any means, and I had a blue heron land on my neighbor's roof one time, and I went and looked it up and was shocked at the meaning. So one, they're highlighting that pay attention to any animal symbols that are showing up in your dreams, in your visions, in your day-to-day life. And look those up. You can go out to the internet and look up animal totem meetings. They're little messages that are being given to you, and they wanted to remind you of that. But if you look up at the top there, you can see all these eyes and then all this beautiful light coming out of the head there. And it's really illuminating the third eye and the crown chakra, and really just tapping into you, tapping into the Starseed collective, tapping into other star beings, and yeah, realizing that what you are is very, very powerful, and that it's an amazing thing. We're very different than most people on this planet. I mean, I'm sure many of you have realized that, but recently I really came to the conclusion that it was like, oh, well, kind of funny that I just said conclusions are within reach. I've really come to realize that lately, like, wow, I am quite different from most people. My family really highlights that for me. And it's interesting because Between Worlds is here, New Directions, and, you know, it feels interesting sometimes to be caught in between these two worlds, you know, this knowing that you're a higher dimensional being and that you're here for a specific purpose, but then being caught in the 3D day-to-day slog that everybody's in. And I hate to use the word slog because it sounds really negative, but the energy is dense here, and I'm just calling a spade at this point, because it's certainly quite different from where most of us are from, and you kind of feel caught in between sometimes. And I think that a lot of us are really realizing how different we are and how special that is. And, you know, coming into alignment with people who are more like us, you know, finding more starseeds, finding different groups, members of our soul tribe, people who we can align with and, you know, feel safe, feel like people get us, because I don't know about the rest of you. I don't feel like too many people get me, you know, but it's really acknowledging that side of yourself. And, you know, this came out in a reading like a week ago that I did. It's called Coming Out of the Starseed Closet. And I think that that's really a thing, because I noticed for me last night, I had this weird thing that happened. And usually I don't share too many personal stories in my readings, but I think this one's kind of important because it highlights what's going on here with this energy. And that's, I've known for quite some time that I was a starseed, but last night as I was going to bed, I had these like thoughts, and it was like, yes, I am a starseed. That is very important. And like, I went through this process of like owning it on a different level than I've owned it on before, and like really acknowledging like what a difficult path it is to come here, to forget everything, you know, forget who you really are, forget, you know, what you came here for. I mean, like most of us can't even remember our real names, because these names we have on this planet are not our real names. And, you know, even something as simple as that, and finding your way back out of the darkness, you know, finding your way out of the shadow back to who you are, back to people that understand you and you can resonate, and knowing why you came here, but understanding it on a level that it's like, okay, you know what, this is okay. I can handle this. Like this can be rough from time to time, but there's a much bigger goal here. There's much more important things than just me and my little earthly problems, because there's really a big struggle happening on the main stage right now. I think we can all agree. And yeah, so back to my original point here, it's really an acceptance of this energy on a different level, and it's having it out in the open in a way that you never have, that makes you feel comfortable, though. It's like starting to make you feel a little more whole, and yes, less emotional, less nobody in the world gets me. It's just like, yeah, a real end to that. Okay. All right. And so patience came out next. Let's see what else they want to tell us here. What other messages do you have for us? This wonderful new moon. I'm really excited about it. Well, it is a new moon in my sign, which, you know, I love, but I don't know. I usually, these, you know, past few new moons, full moons are like, oh, it's time to, you know, do more work. And this one, it's like, no, it's time to move forward and be more aligned with the goal, the purpose, the reason we came here. No more of this. I mean, there's still going to be lessons to learn, energy upgrades and things of that nature, but it's really a whole new step in the journey, as the World card fell out. Yeah, and so what they wanted to say is that patience is often very difficult, but they want to say job well done, because it is hard. It's hard to weather all this energy, figure out who you are, why you came here, why you're so different, why does none of this seem right? I mean, I remember when I first started waking up, it was just like, something ain't right with this place. And I don't mean to say that like in a negative way, but it's like, come on, is this really what life is all about? But they're saying, you know, patience is often difficult, especially in the timelines of the 3D, but they're really honoring you for listening to your heart, being patient, and kind of weathering these storms. And the Three of Fire came out next, and I really like this because it's, you know, we're getting in our little vehicles there, so to say. You know, let's just pretend this is a UFO, or, you know, a little ship or something, even though it's not, but, you know, I'm just having some fun here. And let's, you know, set our sights on new horizons and new possibilities, new directions. I mean, that's definitely a big theme with this new moon and solar eclipse, is fresh starts and expanding our horizons, taking new directions, and moving on to a place where we're going to feel much more aligned. We have the Six of Earth here next. And yeah, it's interesting. Now, this is the third card that came out with a horned animal. They're saying you're taking charge of your earthly destiny. Yeah. Taking charge. It's three of them. It's that, take the bull by the horns, but not 100%, but really being grounded in the earthly energy, really stepping up and, you know, taking that path as a starseed on this planet and really owning it and moving forward with that path in a way that, you know, makes you feel much more grounded to this place than you have probably in quite some time, because I know it can be very difficult sometimes as a starseed to stay grounded here. In the World card, I mean, that says it all. Changes, end of cycles, But sorry, my Gaia cards are calling out to me here real quick with that card showing up last. So we're going to pull a card from Gaia. We haven't gotten any messages from her in a while on our Starseed readings. And I just think it's very interesting that, and you know what I like even more about this card is that there's a planet on the bottom and one on the top. And I love that because it feels like ascension energy to me, you know, higher states of consciousness and really rising up, rising above this dense 3D energy. All right. So what is, now this is kind of crazy. This message came out yesterday, or a couple days ago for some of my other readings. Oh, yes. Okay, so the first one that came out was Flame Tree, and this is all about new starts. Yeah. And I think it's not just new starts for us, but she's saying it's new starts for her. And that she's thanking us because that's in big part to our energy being here and anchored on the planet. And the more we anchor our energy on the planet, the more beneficial it is for her. Zen Garden, yeah. We will turn this planet into a place of Zen, she is saying. We will get there. Positive news, positive outcome. Yeah, there's some messages coming in that are really going to lift you up and make you feel illuminated. Things that are going to push you forward on a new path. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love it when the Gaia cards come through because I always feel such a sense of gratitude when I tap into, when we tap into the planetary energy, and we should be doing it more. All right, and okay, so I'm going to pull a couple of Starseed cards here. Yes, we are Starseeds. Raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. There's confirmation. Yeah. She loves us. She loves our presence here. I mean, remember, we dropped down from higher dimensions to be here. And that energy can be felt not only by the planet, but obviously by others. I'm sure you all have experienced and know. Let's see what else. I love that message. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, geez. I mean, this is so crazy. This came up in my last reading. Strength. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. Positive outcome is assured. Well, and we just kind of got that message here. You guys, I mean, don't discount like what we've all been through here. Complete amnesia, dense energy, like, okay, I'm going to volunteer to do this, but when I get there, I'm going to forget exactly why. Like, that's the difficult thing. And vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. Yeah, and that kind of was here in this Illuminate the Shadow card, that connecting with our guides, our star family, other star seeds. It's a beautiful thing. So overall, I'm super jazzed about this new moon, and I'm really looking forward to some new energy, some new possibilities. So I hope you guys are all feeling this too, and hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you.